This is War of the Suns, which is the Chinese War of the Resistance 1937-1945 by MMP Games. This is a rules video and we're going to look at the actual units themselves. There's a handy dandy little unit chart in colour, but it's only in colour if you have got the PDF version of the rules. The rule book that came with the game is all black and white, which doesn't help. There's quite a bit of colour coding on these counters. Now, one thing this doesn't show you, an HQ chit. Now, the HQ chits are used on the activation chart, so each one of these has an army. For example, the first army chit here actually has a corresponding HQ on the board. Right, so when it's activated, you play 2 command points off it. We'll explain this in a little more detail. And you move it down. So say the first time I had this sign here is 3 activations it's allowed in a turn, up a maximum of 3. You don't have to use 3. Okay, so you pay 2 command points and it would move down, so it's only got 2 left. Okay, you see what I mean? Now the name here is the name of the HQ it's associated. The little 0 there is just the turn of entry that this HQ chit enters the game. Okay. Now if it's in red, the name, it just means there's area restrictions on where this HQ can operate, basically. If we look at the other counters, we've got we mentioned that each HQ counter will have its chit will have a corresponding leader that goes with it. And these leaders represent the HQ and all the staff and all that sort of thing. We've got a little 0 here, that's the turn of entry. You've got this hierarchy value. But basically what happens is if you activate a particular unit and there's another one that's higher up in the hierarchy within its command radius, which is 6 axes, you can actually activate the higher one instead. It's a bit of a situational thing. If you're in the commenting, you've got your actual clique your HQ belongs to, and it can have a rival clique. Now if you try and activate units of a rival clique, they're restricted in the way they can operate. As I said, if you've got a red name down the bottom here, that means there's an area restriction on where this HQ can operate. You've got some advisors here, Soviet advisors. These are special counters, German advisor, American advisor. Units, basically the unit size is standard NATO, regiments, brigades, divisions, corps, armies. Nothing unusual about that. If you look at an actual counter itself, it's got an attack, which is bottom left, a defense center at the bottom, and a movement allowance, which is at the right at the bottom. You've got a unit ID here over here. You've got its type, which is a NATO symbol, that's the infantry one. The colour coding inside the box represents the actual clique this one belongs to. You've got entry turn marker up there, stacking points, that's we discussed that in the stacking video. Unit actual size, that's one's a core. Okay, look at other things. You've got different types of units, like here you've got armoured units, you've got mechanised units, there's quite a few, there's guerrillas, etc. Over here you have your air forces. The air force has your air attack factor is in the top left, the actual identification, the ownership of the actual counter, that's Republic of China Air Force. You've got what type it is, that's a light bomber, the actual identification of the particular combat unit, and you've got your surface strike rating, your operational range, and your speed. Okay, naval units basically consist of a air attack strength, surface attack strength, surface attack on rivers, unit H identification, and an entry hex. There's nothing particularly complicated about those. I think that'll do for this video.